Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me on today's video. Today I will be budgeting out this week's paycheck, which is $395.27. If you are new, welcome. My name is Alex. I'm a single mom to one beautiful daughter named Savannah. She is 12 years old and I'm 32 years old, and we live in the state of Wisconsin. I'm currently saving up for a house. I'm an independent contractor. I shop and deliver groceries to customers. So if you're a gig worker, you could probably relate to my budget. My paychecks are very inconsistent, and that is why I love using the cash envelope system, because it helps me budget out each week's paycheck, helps me stay on track, and honestly, this method has helped me save the most amount of money so far. So I hope to inspire others to try out the cash envelope system if you have not yet, or just make a budget plan in general. All right, so let's get started. Again, unfortunately, this week's paycheck is on the lower end. I am highly considering maybe, unfortunately, working nights instead, which I've been very much avoiding because I tend to work when my daughter is at school. Makes the most sense for us because then I get to spend time with her when she is home. However, yeah, I can't keep doing these like 300 to 400 paychecks every week. Eventually, I will probably eat through probably my time off envelope and bad work week envelopes. So something has to change. I am applying at a couple of jobs, so hopefully something works out. All right, so let's get started. $395.27 this week. I'm still setting aside 15% of my paycheck. I do this every single week. This goes into a savings account strictly for a house. So I will be setting aside $59.29. After that, I'm left with $335.98. And then I get paid weekly, so I just figure out what my bills are weekly, which is $256. So after I deduct bills, I only have $79.98 left this week that I can technically spend. So watch me figure out how I would like to utilize that money this week. Now, these are all my categories that I have in my wallet and binders, and then everything off to the left is the amount of money that I currently have in each envelope. And then if you are new, my bills are listed off to the left right here. Number one question I get, why is my rent so low? I live in low-income housing. And where is your category for food? I receive assistance for groceries as well. It's not a ton of money, but I just try to make that work. Our budget is around $50 per week. And usually we can make that work because my daughter has the school lunches and breakfast, so that helps out a lot as well. So I did make 2 notes for myself. I do need $26 for my daughter so she can get some volleyball pictures, and then she also needs $5 for her volleyball pizza party as well. So $79.98 is not a lot to work with, but let's see what we can do. I always figure it out, so I'm not too worried. But when it's happening consistently, I've been slightly worried. So, all right, $79. You know what? I'm going to bump that up to $80. Yeah. Just because I always end up keeping the change in my checking account, if that makes sense. So we can bump that up to $80. First up, I should figure out the volleyball pictures. I think what I am going to do is my daughter has $2 left over in her envelope. This is like school stuff related. So I'm going to put $24 into that envelope. So then she'll have 26 for the volleyball pictures. And then my daughter has a separate envelope for like her entertainment, like with her friends and stuff. So I am going to utilize that envelope and just take the $5 out of there. So technically I don't have to budget for that. So I have $56 left within the budget. I'm going to give my daughter $5 for chore money, and then gas, I like to keep this envelope at 100, so I am going to add $27 to that. So I have $29 left within the budget. I'm going to give myself $20. I like to do this every single week. I have $9 left over. I think I will put that remaining amount of money into family fun. Usually I at least like to do 10 to 20, but obviously when I have a smaller paycheck like this, I can't do that all the time. I'm just going to make sure that I don't need to put any more money into other categories, because if that is the case, and if I need to, I can use my time off and bad work week envelope, which has $873 in here. But last week I ended up utilizing that envelope, so I really want to try not to do that this week. All right, looks good to me. Obviously, I'm not able to add money into vacation. I like to put $20 into vacation every single week. So at the end of the year, I have $1,000. However, obviously, when I have a small paycheck like this, I can't do that. I'm going to recalculate everything, just make sure all the math is mathing. 85. What in the world did I do? Maybe I forgot to subtract 5. Maybe. I think that's what I forgot to do, is subtract 5. So that's okay. Instead of 9, I will put $4 into family fun instead. All right, $80. And I just want to double check gas. 73 plus 27, is that 100? Okay, it is 100 for sure. So I just wanted to double check that quick. All right, you guys, well, that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys are having a lovely weekend, and stick around for, at the end of the video, I will put in some clips of like everything I bought this week and like technically how much I spent. So if you're interested in seeing that, definitely stick around. If not, hope you guys have a lovely weekend, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow where I do the cash stuffing portion. Thank you so much for all of the love and support on my channel. All the likes, all the comments helps my channel grow, so thanks so much. See you soon. Bye. So I wanted to quickly show you guys a new wallet that I got. Actually, it's like technically a crossbody wallet. It is the Iris Trio, and it is Black Panther. And I wanted to share this with you guys because I don't know about you guys, but I've been getting annoyed with these binders. And here's the reason: because I will put this binder in a purse, and then I have to take it out, open it up, and flip through everything. And you know, I'm kind of sitting there holding this huge thing where, you know, everyone can kind of see it. Everyone can kind of see that you have cash, a lot of cash in here. And it's been making me a little bit uncomfortable. And yeah, I just wanted a better solution. I've been trying to find a cash envelope wallet that actually zips up, but I haven't been able to find something that is really nice quality and at the right price. So this was my solution, because when I seen this on video, it can actually hold a huge like iPhone. My iPhone actually fits in here, so that's kind of what I knew, that the cash envelopes would also fit in here. So, you know, I have this around my neck. I'm gonna quickly show you guys. It is super easy. I keep all of my envelopes right in the middle right here, and they're facing like this, so I just kind of like flip through them. And I don't know, to me this is easier because I don't have to pull out a separate thing, and I just have access right here. It's in my wallet. It's kind of private because it's just in this, like I don't have to pull something out, if that makes sense. So I figured I would just mention this to you guys if you guys kind of had the same issue and you wanted things to be a little bit more private and easy access, if that makes sense. So, and then all I do is I take all these out. And so for my future videos, I'll just take all of these out and just put them back in here. Easy peasy. So yeah, I hope this helps someone out, maybe, possibly, I don't know. So that is just a quick update on my wallet situation. Hey everyone, this is everything I bought this week. Starting off with groceries, I spent $35.27 at Walmart. First up, all butter croissants, wide egg noodles, 12 eggs, red wine vinegar. I usually get the organic one, but they were out of stock. I use this to make my own salad dressing. Natural peanut butter, chocolate frosting, vanilla pudding mix, whipped cream, whole milk. We typically have dairy-free milk. However, I am making a pudding mix. I truly think that pudding tastes better with real milk. So I am making a chocolate eclair dessert with that pudding mix. 2 bags of hard salami, 2 ham steaks, and 3 bananas. And then I still need to go to Aldi's to get some salad stuff for my lunches. However, our main dishes that we will be having, usually I make 2 family meals per week, and that'll last my daughter and I for the whole week. So we are doing a chicken Alfredo, and then we are also doing breakfast sandwiches for dinner, which we will use those croissant rolls. Usually how I plan my meals for the week is based on something that's in the fridge that I know is going to go bad and we need to use up. So what inspired the breakfast sandwiches for dinner is I have some cheese that's going to expire soon. And then also I have some eggs that will also expire soon. And then the chicken Alfredo, I have some frozen shredded chicken in the freezer that we should probably eat up. And then what inspired the chocolate eclair dessert, we actually have some graham crackers from when we roasted marshmallows and made s'mores 4th of July. So we still have those graham crackers that are about to expire within a month. So I wanted to use up those graham crackers for the chocolate eclair dessert. And then I spent $12.07 at Dollar Tree. I finally found some hand wipes. I picked up 2 of these, Cozy Vanilla. They smell amazing. And then I bought 4 of these hand sanitizer wipes, Strawberry Shortcake. They also smell amazing. I go through wipes like crazy because of Six Flags, and then for my job, I eat in my car, so it's always nice to have wipes on me. I at least use 1 of these per day. To quickly clarify, 1 wipe per day. And then I am also out of on-the-go stain remover. My daughter is notorious for getting food on her whenever we're out and about. So this is a must-have for me in my purse. This was $1.50 though. And then I found a translucent setting powder that I picked up. And then I saw this bleeding skull candle at Dollar Tree. Oh my goodness, $1.50. So cute, and I'm super excited to try this out. And then my daughter spent her chore money again at Hobby Lobby. She spent $6.28. She picked out these 2 strands of beads. They were 50% off, super cute. And then I spent $11.50 at Hobby Lobby. I swear my daughter is getting me back into jewelry making since she has been wanting to go to Hobby Lobby every week and buy beads. So these are the ones that I picked up I would love to make my daughter like teddy bear earrings. These are like little teddy bears and they're fuzzy too, super cute. So these are all the beads that I picked out. I felt like these leaves would be perfect with the flowers that I got like 2 weeks ago. And these mushrooms are just way too cute. And then I also spent $27.86 on a new wallet, but I'm pretty sure that in the beginning of this video, I probably already showed you guys my new wallet, so I won't show too much of it right now. And then I also spent $15.20 on 2 games on Steam. They have a really awesome deal going on right now. I will insert some screenshots of the games that I bought. Hey everyone, sorry for the loud noise in the background. I have the AC blasting and a fan on because it is so hot here in Wisconsin. It's over 80 degrees today and it's October, which is really odd. All of our community pools are closed right now. Like today, we definitely could have gone to the pool. It is that hot today. So I apologize for the background noise, but I ended up running to Aldi's. I spent $9.27 at Aldi's. I will quickly show you what I got. I picked up 2 bags of lettuce and then a bag of chicken patties. We have 1 leftover bun, so I bought this whole bag because we had 1 leftover bun. I typically don't get this brand, and it's also medium spicy, so I'm a bit worried, but I will let you know if these are good or not because I've never had them before. So for my grand total of food, I spent $44.54, so I am under budget this week, but that is because I utilized a lot of stuff in our fridge and freezer, which we really needed to, because some things were going to expire. In total this week, I spent $148.12, but that does include our groceries, which we actually receive assistance on groceries, so technically subtract $44.54 and I technically spent $103.58 this week. So $12.07 was at Dollar Tree, mainly household items and 1 beauty item. Savannah spent $6.28 at Hobby Lobby, and I spent $11.50 at Hobby Lobby. We both bought beads. And then I spent $27.86 on a wallet, $19 on fast food, $26.87 on gas, and that is everything I bought this week, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a lovely weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!